Eventually we'll find the time, and what if I believe you? Or what if and what if I could see you like I saw you the whole time? Go on, give it your all tonight. You can say anything you like. I'm not your savior, so far away, blinded by anger. You forgot who to pray. I'll never be your lighthouse in the dust. If I had my way, I'd guide you to the rocks. Go on, give it your all tonight. You can say anything you like. Poison my mind. You'll never be satisfied. Blame the divine. Eventually they'll find the time, and what if I believe you? Or what if I believe you? What if I go on, give it your all tonight. You can say anything you like. I'm not your savior, so far away.
Welcome back to WhiskeyOval_TV. Short track racing here at Kokomo with the National Auto Racing Club. Short field here tonight on a very short racetrack. Heat race number 1 is already about to get gridded up. Everybody here will be going straight to the A main show. Question tonight, though, is, let me verify before I say this. Well, we have a new winner from the National Racing Club for the Personal Evolution Company Outlaw Sprint Car Series. We are race number 7 here at Kokomo Speedway. We have had a new winner for all 6 different races. Well, we have winner number 7. As the field is stacked up, it's packed up, we're ready to rock and roll. Top 4 drivers will be advancing. Grid up there on your screen real quick. Ryan and Michael, that make up your top row. Jeremiah and Jake, that's your 3rd and 4th. Jared and Matthew rounding out that 5th and 6th row. And here we go, stacked up, packed up, short track racing here at Kokomo with some 410 sprint cars. So far, so good for Wash. Shockey's way up there next to the outside wall. Right rear tire next to the outside wall. Michael, he's going to try and reel him in. Jake Sonnentag, he's back there to the 3rd spot. Battle on for the transfer spot, the 64 machine of Matthew Mader. He's holding down the 4th. Jared there is 5th spot. Then Weigel fell on back like a rock right now. He's back there in the 6th spot. The last spot, he's fell 3 spots here in heat race number 1. So he tries to work that machine around turns 3 and 4. Back up front we go, though. The all-speed shot 51, the double 7 machine of Ryan. Looking quite quick, too. Next to the outside wall since lap number 1. He looks very sturdy, too. Michael trying to really, Michael about a 1 lane off of the outside wall as we work lap 6 of 10 now. Just shy of 1 minute here in heat race number 1. Ryan just tapped the outside wall, and here comes Sheridan now down to the bottom side. Will we have a new race leader? Michael Sheridan to the line when we do. Slip swap there for the top spot. Ryan made a little bit of a driver mistake. Tapped the outside wall on the 15 machine. He definitely capitalized as he is up front and he is next to the outside wall. And he just pulled the exact same move Ryan did, and both of them are up into the outside wall. Sonentag is going to get the best end of that exchange, and he goes up to the race lead. Jared is back to second, Matthew third, and Jeremy's rounding out the 4th spot. This is what happened here in the here in this crash here. As everybody's kind of spread out, we're really not missing much. And watch Michael there to the outside wall. He taps it, and then both of these drivers just got clobbered. There's a checker flag going to wave. Jake, Jared, Matthew, and Jeremy. That's going to be your top 4 drivers. The top 2 guys are Michael and Ryan. Well, they finished outside of the top 4 as heat race number 2 is getting ready to grid up here. 6 drivers, top 4. A little bit of race info up there on your race screen here at Kokomo Speedway. A lot of love/hate relationship with this racetrack with a lot of drivers. Trackling just a good old quarter mile. Temperature 63 degrees. Altitude 830 feet. 84% humidity though. Rico, last driver to grid up. He has yet to get gridded up. David's going to round out that 5th spot, and here's going to be the starting grid for this heat race. It's going to look like this. Rico, DNF, DNQ, whatever you want to call it, did not start. DNS. With TJS Sim Sports, number 5 machine. David, he'll be starting there in P5. You have Derek Gray with Black Bullet Racing. He's going to round out a P4. Brandon Carmen with SSR Elite Sim Racing. He rounds out that 3rd spot in your front row for this last and final heat race number 2. Mr. Rylan Gray, the man that can take some very good pictures out of the state of Indiana. And then Mr. Catch Finish, Mr. Kenny Hoppin there to the outside there in that top spot. Green flag is going to wave here for heat race number 2, and we are off to the races. Shooting a Scheinman down into turn number 1, trying to stay off the outside wall as well as those inside tractor tires. Man, that 06 machine of Derek Gray, his hands look like they are completely full. As he works down the back chute and into turn 3, and look at that wheel. Look at that thing. That thing is all sort of out of shape for that 06, but some way, somehow, Derek Gray is still running in the 3rd spot, almost tapping the outside wall. Nothing really happening there for the top spot. A little bit of side-by-side battle with David and Kenny Hoffman. Hoffman got the EOL and seen him pull off. He did start up front, was supposed to start up front, as he had to be hard on the brakes in that JRB 410 machine entry there. Now Kenny, he's going to try to get around him. He's going to get around him pretty good right there. Almost slammed the outside wall with that monster slide job. Kenny Hoffman hustling that 410 machine around this Kokomo Raceway. Back up front, though, is all Rylan Gray right now. Setting sail, looking quite comfortable out there as well. Notice everybody really next to the outside wall. A little bit of a run there to the middle side part of the raceway, but outside wall, definitely the fast lane, and there goes Derek Gray, the guy that was pretty loose. I don't want to accuse him of this, but I think Derek Gray may be using a controller right now. Oh, hold on now. 2 laps to go as we work lap 9 of 10. There's our race leader right here coming out of turn 4 to capture the white flag. Garmin trying to run him down. Garmin running the low side in the number 18 machine. Last time down the back chute. Into turns 3 and 4, they wheel and deal. They shimmy a shine to the checker flag. Rylan Gray, Brandon Carmen. Kenny Hoppin's going to pick up that 3rd spot. David's going to pick up P4. Then Derek Gray and the number 6 machine rounding out the top 5. And that's going to be it for your heat races. We're going to have a quick old B-May with only 4 cars. Line them up, pack them up, stack them up, whatever you want to say it. There's only 4 cars, 4-car shootout. They may just advance this session. We'll see what the race controller, race admin wants to do here. Smallest field National Auto Racing Club has seen all season long comes down to this, race number 7. Here on this Wednesday night, special event coming up for these guys in the middle of March. Keep on a lookout for that. A lot of leagues starting up. Be starting up a league tomorrow night with some Pro Tour late model action. Friday, man, I got a late league Friday. It's like 11:30 Eastern time or something crazy like that. I gotta verify the time. May need to take a nap before I broadcast that thing. And then a good old doubleheader on Sunday afternoon. Then Monday I'm off. Then back on to Tuesday. Back on the broadcasting freight train. As 3 cars are going to make the race start. Rico not making the race start. So it's going to be Ryan, Derek Gray, and Michael Sheridan. Apologize for it if the screen is flickering. Still trying to work through some bugs here. Something about the G-Sync or something like that. I tried pretty much. I think I have it off, but I don't think that was a fix. Green flag's going to be out 10 laps around this racetrack. See what kind of show these guys put on. Inside the cockpit mode of Derek Gray now. And look at those hands. Look at that wheel there. Back and forth, back and forth. Jump on board with Michael's hands now. Look, it is nice and smooth down the front chute and put that thing right on the race cushion next to the outside wall. Michael Sheridan with a race win already. Derek Gray back to 3rd spot now. Ryan's was able to capture P2 in that 77 machine. Can he run down Michael now? Mano a mano. Last lap times up there on your race screen. Man, Michael got some work to do if he wants to catch up to that lap time. 11.0 for Michael. Ryan, 11.7. Zay coming across the race line right there. Oh, and there you go. A 10.9 for Michael now. Washshot running out that 11.1. Update those lap times, please. And there they are. 10.9 and 11.0. Almost running the exact same lap times. Lap 8 of 10 now. Ryan trying to do everything he can to reel in the number 15 machine. Don't think he can do it, though. Ryan has yet to win this season. Has won in previous seasons with the National Auto Racing Club. So race number 1 went to Kenny Hoffman. Michael Sheridan won race number 2 at Knoxville Raceway. Shea Paulo. Greg LeMay, Tyler Sheldon, Brandon. That's going to be your 6 different winners here for the National Auto Racing Club. And now we're here at Kokomo Speedway for race number 7. So I think we're ready. Warm-up is underway. Don't know if they will take this warm-up, leave the track tacky, and let's have at it. So they do their pole shuffle. Pole shuffle's going to be Jared, Jake Sonentag, Kenny Hoffman, Brandon Garman, Matthew Mader's out there, and then Riley Gray. I think I called them all right. Up there on your scoring pylon, this will be the fastest lap time since this is classified under warm-up. Green flag going to wave. Jake Sonentag down on the bottom side of an all-white machine as we jump on board with Mr. Riley Gray here. And Riley Gray going to flex that muscle, says, I'm just going to take the outside away from you. Back on on board back here to the number 5 machine and Jared. Brandon Carman rounding out the race field. Fastest lap times up there on your race screen now. Riley Gray has it with a 10.788. Kenny Hoffman with a 10.8. Hoffman, second fastest out there in that 001 machine. So checkered flag is going to wave for that. Warm-up sessions. We'll see if the rest of the field takes them, if they'll just get just enough time to fill up those machines, make a little bit of a tweak and a tune to their 410 machines, and we'll get off and race into the Mac Daddy Show here on this quarter-mile racetrack that we all love and hate. NASCAR season is way underway. Actually, racing season in general is underway. IndyCar is racing. NHRA, they're off to a fast start. The Daytona 500 that went quite well. Got everything I wanted out of that thing. Got a lot of regs. Got a new different winner. World of Outlaws, they're off. They're about to run here in the south part of the United States of America. A lot of rain though this type of year, so not the biggest fan. USAC non-wing stuff. Right now, warm-up is Riley Gray in that 06 machine, Hoffman P2, and Sonatag there in that third spot. Nobody has won. I lied. Kenny Hoffman has won. He is in this race. Michael Sheridan has won. He's back there in the 10th spot. Everybody else, they have not won. So I'm not going to lie. I'm not really rooting for the 01 machine, one of my favorite drivers on this platform. Neither am I rooting for the number 15 machine. Seventh race, I want a 7 different winner. And tonight we can get it. As a checker flag is going to wave in this warm-up session, and we may have a very fast A-main show. And if there could be one A-main that could go green to checkered, it could most likely be this one. As the field's going to get set up. And this is going to be your starting lineup for tonight's short, small Mac Daddy Show. It's It's going to look a little something like that with Jake Sonatag up there on the top of the charts. Outside of him is all going to be Mr. Ryland Gray from the state of Indiana there in the 06 machine. Jared from the state of Pennsylvania in that number 8 machine. He'll start on the inside of the second row with Brandon Garman, SSR Elite Sim Racing driver, the number 18 machine. He'll be starting there in P4. Fifth spot, that's going to be Matthew Mader in that 64 machine with Evil Empire. In that number 64 machine entry, Kenny Hoppin outside of the third row in that 01 machine. He'll be starting P6. Jeremiah Wiggle, the number 20 machine with Team SSR. He'll be P7. David Cleve will be number 11. He'll be starting P8. Michael Sheridan will be 9th spot with Brent Marks Racing Sim Team. Ryan Washok in the number 77 machine. He rounds out the top 10 with Derek Gray and Rico. Rico, once again, not making the race start here tonight. Joined up just so he can get the name up there on the program and bounce right on out. 31 laps is going to be the scheduled distance. Can we go green the checkered, and can we have the 7th different winner? That's going to be the storylines here tonight. With these dedicated guys here. Look on the outside shot of the racetrack here as they come across the start-finish line. Be going green flag racing this time by after they get all shuffled up after their pole shuffle. Should be green flag this time by, and we are. Ryland Gray stands on the loud pedal. Winner shimmy and shiving down into turn number 1. Three wide back here for a slight bit. Weigel down to the bottom side. Ryan middle side, and Kenny Hoppin next to the outside wall as they figure that spot out real quick. Now they're side by side, but Kenny Hoppin trying to rail the outside wall, trying to move up as quick as he possibly can in that 01 machine, that JRB machine entry. A lot of traffic there in front of him. In front of him as Hoppin just gets around him just fine. So Matthew Mader, he's going to try to take that line away. And that number 64 machine trying to get that back end of turning. That front wheels are turning. And we have our first caution of the night is going to wave here on lap number 6. And my bed, the green, the checkered bed is off. Lap number 6, the first caution. Brandon Garman being shown red there in the number 18 machine. Sleepy there on that nameplate. Oh, hold on to it. Ryan get a little bit of slip of the grip there coming out of turn 4, and Riley gets flipped on over. Ryan gets flipped on over, and a tough night for the 77 machine. There he is, still flipped on over. Waiting for a buddy to pick him up. Don't think no one will. So here we go, stacked up, packed up. The caution flags will go pretty quick here. Green flag gonna drop this time by. On board with Derek Gray. Mr. Quick Hands. No contact. Hold on to it. Keep it straight. Black Bullet Racing entry, the number 6 machine, and Derek Gray kept it straight. Don't know exactly who he clobbered. Or, I guess, who clobbered him, or he clobbered him, or them. Back up front we go now. Riley Gray, Jake Sonatag, that's going to be your top 2 as they work the inside part of the racetrack. Jared's going to round out the top 3. We have a swip swap battle back here for the 4th and 5th spot. Hopping outside wall, Matthew Mader trying to work that middle side part of the raceway here at Kokomo. So race number 1 winner at Volusia Speedway Park. Kenny Hoppin trying to work his way up through the field. Gave a little look tap there to the 64 machine. He's going to power himself down to the inside. Follow along with a 2nd place or the second race winner of Michael Sheridan, as a caution is going to wave. Those guys get tangled up. Two race winners was working themselves up through the pack, trying to get up there to the top spot. Trying to catch that 06 machine of Ryland Gray. Trying to get the replay real quick, and here we go. Matthew Mader. And man, that car looked like it got a little loose couple laps ago, and he is just fighting to hold on to it. Oh, little right there. Got a little loose, came right down the racetrack, clobbered the 15 machine, but man, he definitely got the short end of the stick. Look at that. No front engine cover. Stuck on the tire barrier. And he's going to have to grab that toe. Back to live mode, back to race mode. Still not halfway quite yet. This is our green flag racing this time by. Ryan Gray leading it. Trying to hold on to this race lead. Led from lap 1 all the way to lap 14. Outside shot, a little bit of an outside shot. Jake Sonentag looking quite strong, and the third caution is going to wave here at the halfway point, actually right in front of the race leaders there as they entered in turn number 3. Riley Gray had to make a kind of a hard left there to avoid that caution. Jeremiah, Mr. Jeremy Wiggle. He's found himself turned right around or showing red, at least up there on the program. What happened to the 14 machine? Oh, no. Kind of got squeezed next to the outside wall. Does not look like it has too much damage, if any damage whatsoever. Waiting for the field to go on by. And there you go. Go back to Limo, back to race mode. Nothing really happened after that wreck. So single file restart is what the National Auto Racing Club guys will do in these 410 sprint cars. Nope, just kidding. Stacked up, packed up. Not inside of 10 laps quite yet. Trucks off. Here we go. As they slowly work themselves into turns 3 and 4, they're going diamond cut off of 4. And Jake Sonentag, that 3 machine with a massive restart there. Sonentag there to the inside. Jared's into the inside. 3 wide for a slight bit down the back chute. And Ryland Gray still trying to work the outside part of the racetrack. Bottom side looks like it has all the grip in the world right now, and Sonentag is trying to take advantage of it. But look out for Kenny Hoffman next to the outside wall on that 001 machine. Jared trying to get up into the mix as well. He wants to toss his hat into the ring. And inside the cockpit mode. Jared running right through the marbles. New race leader, not quite yet. Riley Gray still up there on the top shelf and putting some monster lap times down. Just trying to run away from Kenny Hoffman. Last lap times up there on your race screen now. 11 laps ago. Riley Gray trying to hold off the hard charge of Kenny Hoffman. Jake Sonentag trying to dabble down there on the bottom side. 10 laps ago. 7 minutes and 39 seconds in this A main show. We've had 3 cautions. A small fill of only 12 410 sprint cars at a quarter-mile racetrack here at Kokomo. Ryland tries to block the bottom side. Kenny Hoffman says no thanks. He's going to get onto the inside. 3 wide down into turns 1 and 2. Slide job up next to the outside wall. Kenny's going to lose all the grip in the world. No giddy up and go after that slide job, and he's going to lose the top spot to Gray. Jake Sonentag still dabbling down there on the bottom side. Hoffman definitely looks like he has the fastest car out of the top 3, as we just have 6 laps to go. Once again, another slider for the 00 machine of Hoffman as they go side by side, almost making contact. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of liking the number 3 machine strategy, just trying to walk it down there to the bottom side, trying to stay out as much trouble as he possibly can. And Rylan Gray and Kenny Hoppen, they're just going to keep swapping, and they are about to get eat up by more drivers. That's Jared Getz and Michael Sheridan. They have made themselves up into the race. Kokomo Speedway, one of the favorites here on the iRacing platform, just because of the sheer size of it. And Jake slowly just starting to walk away with this thing now. Gap up there on your race screen. Throw a blanket over the 4 machines, all battling out for the second spot. Hoppen got himself up there to his comfortable spot next to the outside wall. Jared in that number 8 machine, he is now up into the podium spot. Rylan Gray slowly starting to fall back, and that all black machine, the number 15 machine of Michael Sheridan, he's up trying to get onto that podium spot. But for the final time around Kokomo Speedway, Jake Sonentag, the guy that just dabbled down on the bottom side, is going to take the checkered flag, and we have now had the 7th different winner in 7 different races here at for the National Auto Racing Club. Kenny Hoppen's going to finish P2, and Michael Sheridan is going to round out the top 3. After Sheridan almost got into a really bad wreck, he was able to capitalize and get back onto a podium position. As fireworks shoot off. And a quick night here for the NARC League. Personal Evolution Company up there in your top right hand corner. SSR School of Sim Racing. So we'll jump into the Discord page, try to get an interview with the top 3 drivers. And that's going to be your final results. 31 laps was the scheduled distance. Just shy of about 13 minutes, actually. So what the time was. But the guy that's going to finish there on the last and final podium spot is going to be Michael Sheridan. And Michael, man, kind of in the middle part of that race, you got into a little bit of a contact there, but you was able to recapitalize and make your way back up to the front.
Yeah, the heat race kind of messed me up there. Leading the heat race and then wall it and then wreck. So yeah, that kind of put me in a bad spot. Worked my way through the B. That was fine. But yeah, in the feature, it was kind of hectic there for a while trying to figure out a line to get past everybody. But once I found something that worked, just kind of stuck to it and was lucky enough to make the passes when I needed to.
Kokomo Speedway, quarter-mile racetrack. These cars, 410 sprint cars, there really didn't seem like there was just one preferred groove. It really just came down to your down to your driving style, it looked like.
Yeah, I would say that there was guys running all over the place, which makes it a lot of fun. That's what makes this racetrack, I think, one of the best ones on here, in my opinion. Just because there is so many different lanes that guys can run, and it just makes for good hard racing.
Well, man, another podium spot here for you in that number 15 machine. You got any shout-outs that you'd like to give?
Yeah, teammates with the Brent Marks Racing Sim team, M&M Painting and Construction, Babs Auto Paints and Supply, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, K1 Race Gear, Wicked Cushion Esports, Wicked Cushion, Wolf Run Landscapes, Mama's Pizza, Wellsville. Thanks to you guys with Whiskey Oval for broadcasting this. You guys do a great job, and thanks to SSR for putting the league on, and congrats to the guys that got first and second.
Very cool, man. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Michael coming home there in that 3rd spot. And the guy that was a hard charger, it seemed like, Kenny Hoppen, you was trying to make your way around everybody next to the outside wall, and you did so. Capture the lead for a slight bit through some slide jobs. But overall, man, you're going to come home there in that 2nd spot.
Yeah, I had to serve a penalty from an incident from last week. With the low car count, I wasn't really trying to push the issue. I'm just in it for the points as right now, just trying to win the championship. And I wasn't really pushing the car at all. Once I started getting up to Rylan, and he was throwing haymakers, and almost put me in the outside wall a few times by just moving up. I just wanted to get around him and just focus on my race, so I didn't wreck out or deal with an incident.
The one is the difficult part, man. Obviously, it's small racetrack and the most powerful 410 sprint cars, man. But what is a trick to get around this place?
It's really just stay smooth. I mean, Kokomo's definitely a tricky track because, um, short track, it's hard to pass. So you gotta commit to the bottom or commit to the top, and you can't. You have to hit all your marks when it's entering the corners right, and exit off the corners, make sure you're not up in the wall and all that stuff.
Well, man, congratulations to another podium spot here for you, Mr. Kenny Hoppin. You got any shots that you like to give?
Yep. Shout out to all the guys at JRB Motorsports. Cody, Chase, everybody else. Shout out to you for broadcasting. Our sponsors, ABR Setup Shop. Shout out to Alex Bergeron for all the help he's given me, and congrats to Jake on the win.
Very cool. Kenny, we'll talk to you next week.
Yep, for sure.
And now, time for the race winner, the first checkered flag, Mr. Jake Sonatek. Dude, 7th different winner here for the National Auto Racing Club.
Yeah, it feels good.
I believe this is your first win for the first 2 seasons. Is that correct, or am I wrong?
Oh, yep, that's correct. That's the first ever win in the 410s.
Kokomo Speedway, small racetrack. Do you like these small racetracks, or are you more of a Knoxville kind of bigger racetrack type of driver?
I do like the bigger tracks, but the smaller tracks I seem to be better at lately. I won my first 360 race at Fairbury too, so just rolling the bottom like I did tonight. So
Man,
they're starting to grow on me.
Man, you wanted no part of that outside wall, it seemed like, man. Those guys were swapping positions, throwing haymakers at each other, and you was just down there minding your own business.
Right, yep. Yeah, it felt good down there. I kept the car down there last night in the 360s. I was also running down there, and I caught one of the tires, and that ended my night, so kind of redeemed myself tonight.
Well, man, first victory here for the National Racing Club. Congratulations, dude. You got any shout-outs that you like to give?
I'll like to shout out my team, Tommy and Bruce and all the guys, for putting on this league. It's a lot of fun coming out racing with all the team guys and all the guys in NARC. But yeah, thank those guys for sure.
Very cool, man. Well, congratulations once again, dude, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Always like first victory interviews. Always like first time winners. He was definitely one of them here at this here at Kokomo tonight. Here's the final results up there on your race screen now. That's how everything's just going to stack up. Smallest fill we've had here for the National Racing Club. Can't take nothing away from the top 3, though. Points are points. Sonatek, Hopp, and Sheridan top 3. Jared's going to round out that P4 with Rylan Gray rounding out P5. You have Brandon, you have Derek, you have Jeremiah, then you have Matthew, you have David, Ryan, and then the guy that did not make any of the starts back there in that 12th spot. That's going to be it here for the National Racing Club. Personal Evolution Company, the Outlaw Sprint Car Series. Got another broadcast tomorrow. Got one Friday night. It seemed like, I think at midnight, it seems like. 11:30 Eastern, something along those lines. As Cody Nevin has just liked the stream, much appreciated. Thank you all for the likes, shares, and comments. It's always much appreciated. Till next time, my name is Jake. This is WhiskeyGolf_TV. Everyone take care, stay safe. Enjoy some iRacing.com, and we will talk to you guys soon. Congratulations to everyone that showed up here tonight, and congratulations to the top 3 once again. Till then,